Christopher Columbus was an Italian navigator and explorer who is best known for his voyages across the Atlantic Ocean, which led to the discovery of the New World. His expeditions marked the beginning of the European colonization of the Americas and had a profound impact on the course of world history. However, Columbus's legacy is also fraught with controversy, and his reputation has been the subject of much debate and criticism in recent years. Early life and background. Christopher Columbus was born in Genoa, Italy, in 1451. He was the son of a wool weaver and had little formal education. From a young age, Columbus showed a keen interest in the sea and navigation, and he spent much of his youth working as a sailor and mapmaker. In the late 1470s, Columbus moved to Lisbon, Portugal, where he began to develop his ideas for a westward route to Asia. At the time, European traders were looking for new routes to the spice-rich lands of the East, which were then controlled by the Ottoman Empire. Columbus believed that he could reach these lands by navigating west across the Atlantic Ocean, a theory that was not widely accepted at the time. The first voyage. In 1492, after years of seeking funding for his expedition, Columbus was finally able to secure the support of the Spanish monarchs, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. He set sail from Palos de la Frontera, Spain, with 3 ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Niña, on August 3, 1492. After a long and difficult journey, Columbus and his crew finally sighted land on October 12, 1492. They had arrived in the Bahamas, which Columbus believed was part of Asia. Over the course of the next several months, Columbus explored the islands of the Caribbean and made contact with the native populations. Subsequent voyages and legacy. Columbus made 3 more voyages to the Americas over the course of his life. During these expeditions, he explored much of the Caribbean and the coast of Central and South America. He also established several settlements in the New World, including Santo Domingo, which became the capital of the Spanish colony of Hispaniola. Columbus's voyages had a profound impact on world history. They marked the beginning of the European colonization of the Americas and paved the way for the spread of Western culture and civilization throughout the region. However, Columbus's legacy is also complicated and controversial, and his reputation has been the subject of much debate and criticism in recent years. Controversies and criticisms. One of the foremost criticisms of Columbus is that his voyages had devastating consequences for the native populations of the Americas. The arrival of European colonizers led to the spread of diseases like smallpox and measles, which decimated native communities. The colonizers also engaged in violence, forced labor, and land theft, which resulted in the displacement and marginalization of indigenous people. In addition, Columbus himself has been accused of perpetrating acts of violence and exploitation against native populations. Some historians argue that Columbus was responsible for the enslavement and mistreatment of indigenous people, and that he engaged in brutal tactics in order to subjugate and control them. Moreover, Columbus's legacy has been called into question due to the fact that he was not the first individual to discover the Americas. Native societies had been living in the region for thousands of years before Columbus's arrival, and other European explorers, such as the Vikings, had visited the area centuries earlier. Christopher Columbus's expeditions to the Americas were a seminal moment in world history. They marked the beginning of a new era of global exploration and colonization and paved the way for the spread of Western culture and civilization throughout the Americas. However, Columbus's legacy is also fraught with controversy and criticism. His voyages had devastating consequences for the native populations of the Americas, and his own actions have been called into question by historians. Additionally, Columbus's reputation as a hero and explorer has been challenged in recent years, as more consideration has been paid to the perspectives and experiences of indigenous peoples. In many ways, Columbus's legacy is a reflection of the complex and often the troubling history of European colonialism. While his voyages were a remarkable achievement in terms of maritime navigation and exploration, they also had profound and often tragic consequences for the people and societies of the Americas. As we continue to grapple with the legacy of Columbus and the broader history of colonialism, it is important to recognize both the achievements and the shortcomings of those who shaped the course of world history. By acknowledging the impact of Columbus's actions on the public of the Americas and engaging in honest and open dialogue about the legacy of colonialism, we can work towards a more just and equitable future for all. Thank you for watching. For more informative videos, please subscribe to my channel Knowledge Hub.